Players. Spawning in the upper left hand corner, it is the red Protoss player, the Fantasy Slayer, Diffe. And in the upper right hand corner, the green Zerg player. Haven't really seen too much of him. In the SC2 Improved Team League, he is playing for Dead Pixels, and in this tournament will hence represent Dignitas Dead Pixels, Elroye. Elroye, a Swiss Zerg player. And we'll see how well he does here against Diffe. Quite often top 50 GM or so, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. All spawn enabled, asks Diffe. These new maps, not played so much by some of them. As Elroye answers his question. 6, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Oh, you're counting down, I see. How does the sub-team shoutout thing work? Well, King Sky, it's funny you should ask that, because the sub-team shoutout thing is actually been quite the failure so far, but what I will be doing for the playoffs is I'll be sending out messages to the subs again. See, I sent out a message to my subs. I said, hey, hello, yo, reply to me with the teams you want to support, and then no one replied, so that sucked. But what we'll do is, for the playoffs, there'll be some extra work done, basically, and there'll be actually some cool stuff for like match statistics throughout the season and stuff like that. And so, like the teams, and so anyone who is a sub who chooses to support a certain team in the playoffs will have their name on that team's kind of team card when going into the matches and stuff like that. So, did Faz just get banned? Oh, wrecked. So yeah, that's how it. Yeah, so it hasn't really. It's kind because like it kind of failed because this season, while the season's been great, it's been far from what I wanted it to be because I haven't been able to put as much time as I wanted to into it. So initially we had. I can't show you. Usually, I used to actually have it, but we used to have like team cards before each match. But I just got so far behind with them because I got so far behind with everything because of uni that they didn't get updated, and that's where the initial team shoutout thing was. So I guess you could say the sub goals, maybe the sub things. Well, okay, you can still cheer on a team though in the playoffs. That's going to be the thing. You can still do it basically. So it will be put in place in the playoffs. You'll receive a Twitch message about it. There we go. The easy answer, and the true answer, because we are definitely going to have the team cards coming back for the playoffs with kind of the stats of all season long set up for the teams and stuff like that. So it'll be pretty cool to get some storylines going and stuff like that and talk about who we expect to be winning. Alright, so what's going on? Not really too much. We saw a free hatch before Pool here from Elroye, and now took his gas, took his spawning pool as well. His first queen's just on the way up. This first hatch finished down here as well, and we're just waiting for this game to kick off. Really, I mean, natural expansion on the way up for Diffe, and other than that, just a couple of probes moving around here as well. Looks like ECVisualize might actually make the playoffs after I predicted them to finish towards the bottom. I'm not gonna lie, Faz, I also predicted ECVisualize to finish towards the bottom. And that's not bad manner, it's just realism. I don't know, you guys have, your team became I feel as though your team became a lot stronger as the season went on. Like, I really do. I think you guys surprised a lot of people lately with some of your matches. And of course, Group B's been a bit of a mess. Fnatic dropped out, Invasion Esports kind of weirded out as well. So it's, you know, I guess it's a fair assumption if you really think about it. Although here you are, about to beat Dignitas Dead Pixels apparently, with your, maybe about to beat Dignitas Dead Pixels, with you're kind of the top team going in Group B right now. I've been pretty much untouchable. A couple of things do get speed now that gas from Elroye did come in just previously, and will be continuing to mine this here. The gas. See what he's going to do with this. As Overlord just coming into the main base to scout. We actually see 2 extra gates coming in here for our pros player who is yet to add on any gases that is natural. And added on 4 gates, so he's actually got a robo facility down, he's making the most. Wow, how blind can I be? Oh man, this series has been so badly casted by me, guys, I do apologise. We've got a robo facility, he's Chrono Boosting out Immortals, he's going it all in. I mean, the lack of gases is kind of indicative of it, but now it's pretty much confirmed. Immortal all-in is what it's going to be. How will Elroye choose to deal with this? Right now we see him just, well, he's on a pretty nice work count, 60 drones, and is that maybe just a few too many? Roachron and Evo Chamber on the way, they're on the way up, so we're starting to get answers as to what he's going to spend his money, his gas, etc. on. He's got a few lings right now. This Overlord does survive. These lings are going to be important. He needs to try and slow this attack down a little bit so he has time to mass up as many units as it can, mostly roaches here. He does have a lot of minerals in the bank. He starts up a macro hatchery as well in his main base. A few overlords coming in, so he's not going to get supply blocked in the near future. But here comes the push from Diffe, and it's spotted by Elroye, so now he knows what he's up against. 12 roaches do begin. And he's got a lot of minerals still left over here. No lava just yet though, which is probably why he's investing into a macro hatchery. These sentries, these couple of immortals, moving over to the right hand side and looking to see what they might be able to get up to. Ling's going to go counter-attack though. There has been a wall off set up, but this will force at least a couple of warpins back at home, which might just buy Elroye the time he needs to mass up a few more units here. Again, he's not close to being supply blocked, he's continuing overlord production, so he's doing this very well. The Lings actually don't go for the counter-attack. They're going to come in for the surround here. As Elroye moves down here, you might have to cancel that Spine Crawler which is coming up, and Ling's coming in from behind, and this is a pretty nice engagement here from our Zerg player to start things off. He's going to move forward with the roaches. The force fields are completely missing here, and Diffe is losing a lot of sentries. The Spine Crawler will finish as well. These roaches are now stuck in the front, taking a lot of damage, but this is a good first trade. The first of all taking a lot of damage, a lot of sentries taken down, so not that many force fields remaining here. And Elroye, if he just continues his roachling production, might be able to make this happen. Some Lings on the way out. They're going to start taking a bit of damage here. Roaches thinking of maybe moving forwards here in a couple of moments as well. Here we go, some more warpins coming in from our Protoss. And all of a sudden action is rolling as Elroye is is he going to pull his drones into this? Yes, he is. There's a couple of forces going to come in from behind, and one abusive position this is on the way into the natural, which Diffe is going to be able to use. 6 more roaches, 4 more Lings coming up, plus one about to finish here for Elroye, and that might help him make a bit of a difference as he pulls all of his drones into this to try and just take this down. I would say target down the Warpism would be great, but he's only got 2 queens, and Diffe is a step ahead of him, pulling the Warpism back here already. And is this the opportunity where ECVisualize put themselves in a great position to maybe move forwards in towards the playoffs here? These units all trapped in the back though, and roaches coming forwards now. They're starting to take down a lot of this. More Warpism will once again pick up those immortals, evacuate it out. But Elroye is actually going to start cleaning this up. He's down to 26 drones, however. 34 drones killed, but he has a lot of army to counter-attack with and get some damage done while he drones up back at home. So, he kept his natural alive. He killed off everything other than the 2 immortals. And he didn't actually lose too much other than the drones there, so he's in a pretty tough position in terms of work count. He has to pretty much only drone from this point on, but there's not that much over here. In fact, a few Lings have made their way through. In fact, I might have been the Protoss player actually killing off something here to be able to kill off the pylon to open access to the natural. These few Zealots are in a little bit of trouble. Some more sentries being warped in. This Cybernetics core going to be attacked here. And will Elroye be able to pick that off? No, he'll move back. He's actually going forwards now though, and the Warpism not in position to save that first immortal. The roaches continuing to trade, and it looks as though Elroye doing okay. I mean, he's fighting his way back up in worker count. He's got these roaches to buy him time to rebuild those workers. Diffe is just built up. He's ready to go for round 2 of this immortal sentry all in. 2 immortals set to go once again. Hydrogen on the way down for Elroye though, and if you can get some Hydralisks out and onto the field, that could make a big difference. That big army supply advantage that Elroye once had has now gone as he's lost a few of these roaches, just keeping his opponent back, and this isn't going to help him in terms of that either. These roaches being turned away by the skiller units, a couple of force fields coming down. Diffe's force fields really seem to be a little bit off right now, because those 2 force fields really didn't help him too much. Only grabbing 1 single roach could have been a lot better. Another Zealot being warped in, a couple of Stalkers starting to move forwards as well. Going over to the left hand side here. These roaches, because they're going to get killed pretty quickly. So, Elroy's kind of done this. He's kind of rebuilt his work account. He's got Hydras on the way out. The question is, does he have enough of those Hydralisks to really make this work out when this attack finally does come? He bought himself a lot of time with these roaches, kept his opponent very busy. Might even be able to break through here with these roaches. He's going to take down that pylon, so he's going to be into the natural. And this is going to force in a couple of warpins back at home. Warpins which will not be a part of this main fight, as these roaches will go down. Now, Elroye has a spine crawler here. He needs to not just send his first set of units forwards. The spine crawler being used as part of the force field wall now. There's some Hydras coming in as well. Roof spines isn't quite finished. He doesn't quite have the range here. And Diffe up in supply. Is this the moment where he maybe helps to finish off Dignitas dead pixels? This could be it, as he maybe looks to move up this ramp right now. And here we go. The roaches, the Hydra's going to come in. Elroye really doesn't have all that much here. Queen coming forwards as well. A single transfuse could help out so much right now. More roaches, more Hydras on the way, but there's still 2 immortals in the back. A few lings start to stream forwards here once again. Elroye doing a good job of pulling his Hydras back to the left hand side to make sure they stay alive, and all of a sudden now the force fields are gone. He's going to start chewing through this with some drones coming forwards to tank once again. Who needs circles in front when you can just pull your drones? That is Elroye's motto of this game apparently, as this mortal is just going to get saved. And Elroye will pull back. He's pushed it back for now, and Diffe has taken a big dip in supply. Elroye, is he going to make this happen? His drones go back to mining on the natural. Roach Hydra building up once again. Drones might have to be a part of this again very soon to try and help hold this off once more. Diffe getting ready to come forwards here, getting ready to try and make this happen. Roaches coming forwards. Hydras are in position as well. These Zealots, so many Zealots, but Zealots aren't the best against Roach Hydra, of course, because the Roach Hydra can just pull back away from them. The Immortals here starting to do some damage, some Lings coming in as well. You can see we got +1 attack from the Roaches, and Hydras is actually helping out so much. The Zealots, there were so many of them just moments ago, with no sentries here. This might be Diffe being pushed back. This Roach Hydra force is going to come forwards. These Immortals are in trouble. They're not near the War Prism. Both Immortals are going to go down, and well, has Elroye, Elroye picks off the Immortals. He's going to take down the War Prism too, and it looks as though he'll still have enough units left over to be able to take down the rest of what is at the front here for Diffe. And from 26 drones in this game, from having 37 workers killed in the first attack, Elroye has held on. He was down in supply, remember, when Diffe came in for this engagement, and yet he has held on. And this might be Dignitas Dead Pixels' opportunity to maybe solidify themselves in first place in this group, I think, if they can win this game. If they win this series, I'm not sure about that. That's actually a fact I'm actually 100% unsure on. I've not even thought about yet tonight, so let's see what happens here. Some lanes start to move forwards, the sentries are kind of moving backwards, and well, it's just going to be GG right there, and then and Elroye is going to take us to a game number 7. Let's watch him destroy some Protoss buildings here while we change the scoreboard and we bring ourselves out of the